Zaporizhia direction, the 65th Separate Mechanized Brigade, together with the combat group Ronin, uncovered an enemy attempt at deception. Two Russian MTLBs, hidden under camouflage, were waiting silently to strike. But concealment was no protection from Ukrainian eyes in the sky. Reconnaissance drones revealed their positions, and soon FPV drones were armed and launched. With steady control, operators guided them toward the targets. The first strike hit with precision, tearing into the armored hull and setting the vehicle ablaze. The second drone followed, plunging into the next MTLB, leaving it crippled and useless on the battlefield. In just moments, the enemy's hidden armor was reduced to burning wreckage. The camouflage that was meant to keep them safe instead became their grave. This operation was more than a tactical success. It was proof of the synergy between frontline brigades and specialized drone groups. Ronin and the 65th Brigade demonstrated how coordination, precision, and technology erased the enemy's advantage, no matter how well concealed. Once again, Ukrainian defenders turned silence into fire. Across several sectors of the front, the 109th Separate Brigade, working hand in hand with the combat group Mesa, is striking where it hurts the enemy most: its logistics. Russian supply lines, the lifeline of any offensive, are being cut apart piece by piece. With the help of aerial reconnaissance, Ukrainian operators track the movement of trucks and armored vehicles. Every convoy spotted becomes a target. FPV drones, guided with pinpoint precision, dive onto fuel carriers, ammunition trucks, and troop transports. Each strike turns vehicles meant to sustain the Russian army into twisted, burning wrecks. Even armored personnel carriers, built to shield troops, are not spared. Drones lock onto their engines, ignite their hulls, and leave them abandoned along the roads. For Russian forces, every destroyed vehicle means fewer supplies, fewer reinforcements, and fewer chances of survival at the front. This campaign of relentless pressure shows the power of coordination between reconnaissance and strike groups. Mesa and the 109th Brigade are not just winning battles, they are systematically starving the enemy's war machine. Without fuel, without ammunition, without transport, Russia's offensives grind to a halt, undone not by sheer force, but by precision and strategy. In the Donetsk direction, the 144th Separate Territorial Defense Battalion, together with the Solovey Combat Group, continues to strike with precision and determination. Their mission: stop enemy armored vehicles before they can threaten Ukrainian positions. Using FPV drones, Ukrainian fighters target each machine with deadly accuracy. Armored vehicles meant to spearhead Russian assaults are instead lifted into the air in bursts of fire and smoke. One by one, the convoy is reduced to wreckage, scattered and burning across the battlefield. This was not chance, but coordination. The 144th Battalion and Solovey worked as one, denying the enemy its strength before the attack could even begin. A significant number of vehicles were destroyed. Another Russian advance crushed before it ever left the ground. Across Ukraine, the night sky lights up once again with the sound of an enemy air raid. Waves of Russian Shahid kamikaze drones sweep in, searching for targets. But waiting for them are the watchful crews of Ukraine's air defense. From different regions of the country, Ukrainian operators track and engage the incoming swarm. Every radar mark, every flash in the dark is followed by precise fire. One after another, the Shahids are intercepted, bursting into flames before they can strike. The scene is not just defense, it is proof of discipline, coordination, and professionalism. Despite the intensity of repeated raids, Ukrainian air defenders hold the line, ensuring the safety of cities and infrastructure below. Each drone destroyed is another reminder: the sky over Ukraine is protected. Thanks to the skill and resolve of its air defense forces, Russian weapons of terror are denied their purpose. Night after night, from the Volodar area, the 72nd Separate Mechanized Brigade has released footage that tells its own story, a place the fighters themselves call the Fields of Death. Stretching across the landscape are the charred remains of Russian armor. Burned-out tanks and armored vehicles lie scattered in every direction, silent monuments to failed assaults. Some are still smoldering where they were struck, their blackened hulks surrounded by churned earth and craters. The ground itself bears witness to the scale of the battle. Shell impacts have scarred every corner of the field, leaving almost no untouched surface. Each crater marks a strike, each wrecked machine a failed attempt to break through. It is clear that the Russian army poured enormous resources into storming these positions and lost them all to Ukrainian fire. For the defenders, this battlefield is proof of their effectiveness. Every destroyed vehicle is not just a victory, but also a shield protecting the towns and villages behind them. The 72nd Brigade shows how persistence, coordination, and unbreakable defense can turn even the most massive assaults into nothing but fields of wreckage. These images carry a message. Russian forces may bring numbers, but Ukraine brings resolve. And on the fields of death at Volodar, it is the defenders who decide the cost of every advance.